in the upper left, in the blue. He has not dropped a single map today. Well, I don't know if he did in Europe, but certainly not North America. He is HeroMarine. And in the bottom right, in the red, he took down Solar 2-1. Now, well, he's facing the ultimate test here for FX, Astrea. Hey, Honkus42. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. So the Canadian geese have found their way up, found their way down to Dallas. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're probably going. Yeah, they're going north for the fall, so they can lay eggs in the Northeast and in Canada and all that. They found their way through Dallas as they're taking a break. They've actually taken an extended break, but more and more of them arrive by the day up where I live. Are you one of those? Are you part of this the migration of the geese? Is that what's happening right now? Honkus. Honestly though, one of my favorite one of my big markers of the fall when I grew up in Virginia was, it's like October. Maybe it's early November and you're out in the field, you're getting work done, because I grew up in the middle of nowhere on like a big farm. You're out in the field, you're getting work done, you're like replacing a fence post, and all the grass is dead because it's late enough in the season for that. Overcast skies, and you just see a big V of geese honking across the horizon. And I don't know, there's just something about it. I'm not gonna say it's romantic necessarily, but it's just something about it makes me happy. Actually, a lot of things end up making me happy. I was so excited when I moved back to when I moved up to New Hampshire this last year, because I got to experience a little bit of summer, I got to experience fall, and I got to experience winters. We have 111 coming on out here from HeroMarine. It's yet to see exactly what he wants to go for. He may, of course, drop this factory on the barracks, go double factory or reactored Hellions, or we're just gonna see something else. Not really sure yet, but of course, straight he's going for a blink opener. Look at this. The adept actually gets the cancel. HeroMarine playing a little bit too greedy, and now he's gonna get punished for it. Command center is going to be delayed for quite a while. I don't think it's going to be, you know what? It may just be to the 4-minute mark. A Hellion will be forced out here regardless of whether HeroMarine wanted to make it. And we saw this against Sparting, right? He got the single Hellion into the Widow Mine. That's a standard build that shouldn't really surprise anyone. But certainly the Hellion has been forced on out here just as an extra unit that can force this adept back. Force the command center to actually be allowed to complete. Okay, the Reaper... Okay, there we go. The adept gets on the right side of the grenade, so it should be fine. Yeah. Will the Reaper die though? No, the Reaper should be able to stay out of range. And now just adept, or now it's just the the Hellion taking a little bit more damage. But yeah, to finish that thought, I moved up to New Hampshire for I spent the last 5 years in Arizona. And if those of you are not familiar with Arizona, Arizona has 2 seasons. It has hot and less hot, or it has summer and less summer. Realistically, it never gets down below 60. During the day, even in January, maybe 55. Maybe on a strange day it'll go below 50, but certainly not. There's no snow. Actually, it doesn't rain much anyways. But there's no snow. There's no turning. There's no fall colors. There's no Christmas to the air. Nothing of that. And I hadn't realized how much I'd missed it until I got to actually experience it this winter. I was driving to the lab and I go through all these brilliant fall colors, all the oaks and the hickories and everything, and it just made me very happy. Anyway, we will have a Reaper the Hellion try to find some damage done on this third base, but the Hellion dies, Reaper dies. But really all this is doing is it is looking to distract Astrea as much as he can. Blink is going to be done in just about 15 seconds, and hey, look, he's going to find the medevac. Medevac will be forced on out. We saw how much damage HeroMarine got done with the previous one. All right, even though he was scouted, even though he was warded out, he still got 3 or 4 workers. He still got a stalker, and that's better than normal. Normally, even if it's not scouted all that well, you expect to get 2 probes. But Astrea here, he's like, look, I got my defensive force, I got these 2 stalkers, they're going to be sitting patrolling here on the edge of the map, and meanwhile, let's move out with the rest of these stalkers. Let's see if I can find some damage, let's see if I can find some pickoffs, do something, because I don't just want to sit here in my main base. I don't want to just prevent HeroMarine from dropping. That's not the path to a victory. That's just path to a not defeat. You play to win, you don't play to lose, or you don't play to not lose, or to better quote, the head coach of Arizona State, because I went there for a number of years. You play to win the game. And, sorry, you play to win the game. And that is what Astrea is doing here. Just trying to find as many valuable options as possible. The Reaper is going to get 1 probe. Yeah, it's got 1 probe. And that is actually going to end Astrea's perfect game. Thus far, he has lost a single unit. He's lost 50 minerals worth of something over the course of this game. And okay, nice job there, Astrea. He's going to pick off a couple Marines, but yeah, their tank's in position now. HeroMarine, what is he doing here? So he's getting a second Banshee. It's a 3-1-1, right? But we don't have stim underway. And in fact, there are no add-ons. Oh, he's going for an even quicker all in. Yeah, there we go. SCVs are going to get pulled here. I wasn't really paying attention because I'm like, okay, well, Widowmine drop's not getting a lot here. As drop will not get anything, not get much done. Just going to get the bare minimum, 2 workers. Stalker's going to be able to knock the medevac down. The answer is no to that, and that's actually fantastic. If you got that medevac, that would take so much power out of this push. But here's the thing. Charge is just about done. We have Colossus underway. Do we have any? No, the first one's just about done. So when Charge is done here, and we will see more and more Stalkers get warped on, or more and more Zealots get warped on in, this push from HeroMarine is not going to be nearly as effective as it might otherwise be. Now, tanks are going to siege on up. There are 3 of them. There's a Widowmine as well, which means these charge lots are not going to be nearly as nice as they might otherwise be. And okay, so Astrea did cancel Extended Thermal Lance. I like that. He's like, yeah, this one Colossus, maybe I'm going to get a second one out, but I need all my money in defense now. I can't just go sit here and make sure that I have this money in this upgrade that takes forever to complete. Second Colossus is not going to be out just yet because, well, the Bylon's going to get targeted on down. And I love this from Astrea. Notice, he says, look, I can't take this fight just yet. I'm going to be able to take the fight eventually, but right now I'm just posturing. Right now I'm just building up my army to make it a little bit better. So I'm going to be able to knock down your tanks. I'm going to be able to knock down a part of your volley, but also that just gives a HeroMarine license to move on in. The Robo's going to get taken down before the second Colossus does complete. Zealot's going to look to run on in here. Astrea, it looks like his hold is a little bit segmented, but he's still going to be able to get on top of all of these tanks. One tank goes down. The Colossus is still alive. Second tank goes down. Third tank is going to get targeted on down as well. Stalkers, they're going to warp in. This is a hold from Astrea. HeroMarine not going to get nearly what he needs. And now it is a 30 supply lead for the Maximum Angel. It is a 20 worker lead. It is a 10 army supply lead. There is still a Colossus on the map. It did not die. It got damn close. It's got 3 HP, but it's still a powerful force indeed. And how many tanks do we have? We have 2. We have two Banshees, one of which, of course, moving on into the main base here. Second one moving out, but that doesn't matter because now, well, Stim is going to get denied, and that's a bit of a problem. Because, well, you want Stim if you want to have any shot at fighting this army in the mid game. So Banshees, they're going to have to get a lot done. So yeah, Stalker's going to warp on in. No Banshee Cloak, by the way. No upgrades for Big Gabe in general. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see Big Gabe. He's going to lose his first map of the day, at least in North America. Astrea, he takes game 1. And hey, well done from Astrea there. He sniffed it out. He did not take any damage from the, well, he lost 2 probes, but that's bare minimum. That's expected. He didn't take any damage other than, really, he didn't take any damage in that game. He did a really good job of cutting off the reinforcements of HeroMarine to make sure that it wasn't 4 tanks. 4 tanks actually do mean that Colossus does die. And even as he did lose that Colossus, well, or even as he did lose the building Colossus, he was still fine. And then, well, he had enough. He built enough Zealots. He did not have his Zealots get siphoned away like Parting did in that last game, where we saw Parting be in a pretty good position to hold in both games 1 and 2. And then, unfortunately, at the end of the day, the Zealots got siphoned off. They moved in. They died. 4 Zealots died before the rest of the army was ready to fight, and that really was the difference. Astrea did a much better job. He kept his Zealots on hold position. His Zealots only died when he allowed them to die. And that's a much better position to be in. And now we're in game number 2 here. For the first time, HeroMarine, he is at a deficit. Granted, it's like, what, 4 in the morning his time, so I don't blame him. But he is at a deficit for the first time in this entire tournament. We're going to have to see whether he's going to be able to strike back, even things out. In the bottom left, you're looking at the main base of the blue Terran player. He's down 1 game in this series. From Mouse Esports, HeroMarine. And on the other side of the map, in the red, he's up 1-0 in this series for Alpha X. Maximum Angel, Astrea. Playing a divinely inspired PvT in game number 1. All right, so we're gonna have a Reaper we're gonna have a Marine opening from HeroMarine in this game number 2. Makes sense. 2,000 atmospheres. It's a big map. Reaper expand not really needed. More likely than not, it's not going to be an all-in, and even if it is, unless it's like a max packs build, which honestly a Reaper expand is not the best against anyways, you're not gonna really need that Reaper. So, with that being said, where do we go from here? Astrea, he took a fantastic hold in game number 1. He did not take the damage that HeroMarine was looking to inflict upon him. He did not, actually did a very good job of knocking down the reinforcements from HeroMarine, buying himself enough time. Yeah, he gave away structures. He lost gateways. He lost a robo. He lost a couple shield batteries, but at the end of the day, it was still more than enough to make sure that he was fine. He was dead. He was in a really good position. So HeroMarine, he says, look, okay. Game number 1, I went for a tech-heavy bit of aggression. Didn't really work out. That's fine. This is game 2. Oh, look at this. This is something we see Cure do on occasion. It's a pretty cool option. He's going to go double Reactor Reaper out of that Marine opening. And, well, this actually can catch your opponent off guard rather easily, right? You just get double Reaper. They're going to be rallied out of the Reaper. Actually, no, they're going to be rallied into the natural, so no. Okay, Astrea will see this, and, yeah, this means he probably loses the Adept now. Yeah, no, he absolutely loses the Adept now. However, he's not going to lose any probes to this. He is now aware of what the problem is. He's aware of what the danger is, and we should see a couple more Stalkers get warped on it or get built because Warp Prism's not done. And yeah, he should be prepared for this. The Reapers should not do the damage that they might otherwise do. Interestingly enough, though, I'm sorry, never mind. We're fine. The Reaper Glyph does not exist. I'm like, he's not blocking the Reaper Glyph, but no, he's blocking the Reaper Glyph. And now, okay, 1 Stalker versus 2 Reapers. The Stalker wins that, but the Reapers can potentially dive on by. But yeah, okay, there we go. 2nd Stalker here. Astrea, he's going to be totally fine from this. And there we go. +1 stim combat shields. Stim and combat shields now underway here. And the Stalkers, they're just going to look to ward this off. I'm surprised they didn't dive on in through. Actually, that's not a full Reaper Cliff, is it? And there we go. 1 Reaper will go on down. You would think I would know that. I've cast enough StarCraft. I've played enough StarCraft to know that that is a Reaper Cliff, but I cannot remember. Anyway. Let's see. Stim combat shields are now underway. +1 is going to be an idea after this. And we're going to have to see whether HeroMarine opts to go for the Stim combat shield timing, or whether he does this thing that Byun does on occasion where he's scouted. Now, HeroMarine has not been scouted on this tech, by the way. Not yet. Whether where Byun does, where he's like, yeah, okay, it hasn't been scouted. I'm not going to move out with it. I'm going to get +1. I'm just going to hit with a really big +1 Stim combat shield timing instead. But no, HeroMarine, he's moving out now. Blink is going to be barely done, I think, by the time that this pressure hits in force. And we don't have a full wall here. Because Astrea is reacting to this as if reacting to his lack of vision. As if this is drop play. Now, he should know that this is going to be some sort of Marine pressure because, again, you're not going for drop play if you get Reactor Reapers. That's just not a thing. So now HeroMarine, he will find the pylon on the 3rd base. The 3rd base may even just get canceled here. But I think it's close enough to being finished that, yeah, Astrea should be able to deal with this. Should be able to move on out. And now Blink is done. So the Stalker army is a little bit more powerful than it might otherwise be. But no, yeah, Astrea's just going to lose this base. Now, first stim has been forced, but hey, that just means that's a stim that can be used to knock the base down. Yep, Astrea, he's lost his 3rd base. He's going to lose this probe as well. And I feel like he just canceled that, Astrea. I don't know where the confidence came from that said, yes, I can hold this base. It's fine. But maybe it's a whole of, it's just a lot of, look, I either lose this 3rd base and maybe lose a couple probes that I don't do a really good job of rallying back, or I just lose the game. And I mean, that's fair, right? You just want to make sure that you're like, look, I don't want you to stim into my natural. I don't want you to kill off an entire mineral line. That seems a little bit more problematic to me. Even as I do lose a pylon, even as I do lose a nexus. Now, okay, the Stalker's going to be able to clean up the rest of this here. Nice macro here from Astrea to make sure he does not lose anything else. And so the third base will be reestablished. We're going to see Colossus underway now. We should see Charge as well, as of course that's not being researched just yet. And Astrea is in a somewhat decent spot. He should not have lost those 6 probes, maybe 1 or 2. But really, I don't think he should have lost 6. But of course, he didn't see the army. In fact, he still doesn't see this little 5 Marine hit squad that's going to look to move on in, knock down a couple more probes before the big engagement happens here. And there we go, yeah. A couple more probes will go on down. Nice job here from HeroMarine, just reading the map rather well. And hey, you know what? That is a Sentry little fort. That is shades of oh, what's his name? Big Bones. Oh man, Protoss player. Struggled with Crohn's disease. Looked really good for just a little bit of time before he had to take a step back for health reasons. I can't remember what his name is. Anyway, Force Fields, Storms on top of it. Yeah, that was him. So now once again, we're gonna have this army of HeroMarine on top of the third base. This time I think we have enough here from HeroMarine. Notice HeroMarine, he's a little bit reticent. He doesn't want to get collapsed on here. And yeah, with that next drop coming on in, just like HeroMarine has been threatening. So yeah, the Colossus is gonna get targeted on down. And ladies and gentlemen, game number 1, it took like 15 minutes. Game number 2, it's gonna take 7 as HeroMarine, he has done critical damage at this point. We don't have any more Colossus on the field. It is 5 Stalkers against the world. More and more rallies coming on in. HeroMarine sees no desire to. I mean, he's gonna get his third base, that's fine. But the third base of Astrea is gonna go down once again. It's just a bunch of Marauders. They're gonna knock down all of these Marines. They got those concussive shells. The fight is not gonna be won by our red Protoss player. Not here, not now. HeroMarine, he's back on the horse. He's back up on stirrups. The base is dead. 14 probes have died. GG, HeroMarine. He's going to take game 2 in that series. Consider it equalized. So it looks like I may actually not be covering things on Thursday. Unfortunately, I may not be covering GSL qualifier or GSL replays on Thursday because we may not have the replays by then. That was the plan. We thought we could get them by tomorrow and then get everything figured out and go from there. But unfortunately, that did not happen. We probably should have them by the end of Thursday, maybe early Friday. So we might be able to start on Friday. Saturday is going to be hard. We might just do one day of it and only just like hit the best ones, hit the biggest hits, because we're going to have all the replays from the qualifying matches of today, both the lower bracket and the upper bracket. I don't know what we're going to get on day 2. All I want is I want to see classic qualify. That's all I want. I want to see that. I don't want to be able to cast that. Anyways, we have game number 3 here loaded on up. It is Astrea. It is HeroMarine. Let's get into it. And on the bottom right-hand side of Blackburn in the blue, he took game number 2 in just dominant fashion. For Mouse Esports, HeroMarine. And the bottom left, in the red, can he take game 3? He took game 1 for Alpha X, Astrea. I'm just sitting here trying to do player interest. I'm like, what is my team's name again? Is it Max Angel? No, it's Alpha X. Oh, okay. Okay. Astrea plays for Alpha X. I am part of Alpha X. You would think I would know that, but no. Struggles of caster life. It's been a long day. I cast some replays this morning before I started work, and then I did work. Now I'm casting this. Not a lot of downtime, but you know what? It's okay, because there's one thing. There's one thing that StarCraft has taught us. It is that, well, passion sustains a StarCraft. It feeds you. It waters you. Hey, Renovated Fall 3. Thanks so much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying glad you're enjoying the product I'm able to put out. Glad you're enjoying these flippin' incredible games. And if you haven't been watching already, make sure to go back, watch Parting versus HeroMarine game number 1, game of the day thus far. Damn good. And I will be putting that up on my YouTube channel later on. And as a reminder, you want to see the games, if you missed any, if you want to, well, yeah, if you're watching EPT Cups, if you missed any, if you want to see stuff that, well, you missed, I cut together at least the biggest games from EPT Cups. I'm putting them up on my YouTube because you know what? Twitch has like zero discoverability. It helps here having all of these events on TL.net. That is a bit of extra discoverability in the community, but growing on Twitch by itself is rather hard. So if you can go, again, YouTube, it's a little bit better. The algorithm will help. So ideally, you know, that starts to happen, but hey, go check out my YouTube channel. You want to see my backlog of things. You can see just how far my production value has come from, like, I don't have any assets, or, oh, I'm casting with Chobo Team League assets like 5 years ago on like an Antline. It's not good. To not having any assets when I came back to casting in March, to now, you know what, having a fairly good production value, I think. I put a lot of work into it. You know, we got instant replay, we got a decent mic, we got a decent camera, we got assets, right? I have a logo now, all that cool stuff. I think that's worthwhile. So anyway, I cut those together. Make sure to check that out if you have any desire to. Anyway, what do we got in this? Oh, and yeah, also if you want to talk to me, you want to hang out with me, you want to say, hey, Bayo, tell me, let's talk about life, robots, current events, StarCraft, whatever, matchups. Come join my Discord. I promise I don't bite. In fact, I'll be overjoyed that people are talking to me. And also, it lets you know when I'm going live, because I do stuff like ESLC/D stream tomorrow, twitch.tv/RushESC. GSL qualifiers, probably not Thursday night anymore, but Friday night, 7 p.m. Central. Freakin.tv/AlphaXSC2, I believe is that. Yeah, all over the place. So follow me, and yeah, follow my Twitter if you want to. But that's enough of that. Enough of that shilling. Want to give me a follow? Feel free. But we're gonna get on into our second game or third game here in earnest now. We have Blink just about halfway done for Astrea. HeroMarine, he's doing something that's a little bit less zany than we saw previously. So it's gonna be a Widowmine drop and a couple. Oh, never. I'm sorry, I lied. We got, what is this? We got one tank, we got one Widowmine, 2 Marines in this drop, and a couple more Marines running across the map as they just. But they got a probe. Okay, they got the scouting probe. But now the question is whether Astrea is in position to deal with this. So what do we got here? The tank's gonna. This is just a full frontal push. I really like the addition of the Widowmine with this attack. Actually, it just makes dealing with this so much harder. You can't just jump on top of the tank like you might otherwise like to do. So we should see these gateways go down. That is going to be 2/3 of the production of Astrea here. So he's going to move on in. He's trying to bank the Widowmine shot, but he's just not able to stay in there long enough. That too many tank shots happen. And HeroMarine, he's not interested in games going along at this point. But now, okay, now the tank is dead, or excuse me, the gateway is dead. But it actually just means that Astrea can blink on top of this now. The tank is now dead. I was not lying. Just telling the future here. The Marines are going to go on down. Nice blinker micro here from Astrea. Means that he does not lose anything, or does not lose all that much. Widowmine goes down. The bunker is going to go down. She actually should just get canceled here. SCV dead as well. SCV dead. SCV dead as well. Astrea, he's up 7 workers. Is he going to take his third base, or does he just go all in here? He has 2 gateways. Yeah, okay, he's going to take the third. This is effectively just a 2-gate expand build now. That's all this is. Although he will have positioning here on the high ground. And how many tanks do we have? We have 1, and there's a Liberator as well. Where is that Liberator? Okay, Liberator's going to siege on up the natural now. 2 tanks in the main base, but the Stalkers are already in that main base. That's going to be a bit of a problem. But Astrea, he's going to have to pull. Yeah, he's got 1 Stalker. That's going to take a little bit of a time. And there we go. Landed Vikings are going to be able to delay just enough here. And the tanks, they're actually tremendous range. So yes, Astrea, he's going to be able to delay this barracks that's coming on up. That's going to be rather nice for him. And he's going to be able to get the. No, he's not going to get the supply depot. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Liberator is going to zone on into the main base here. A couple more workers will go down. Astrea's got the quick pull this time. He's going to lose 1, but that's not going to be too bad. Stalkers, again, they're just moving around, trying to find what they can. They're not going to be able to get too much more, I don't think. I don't think they're going to. Oh, never mind, they will. And they're going to get another barracks. They're just denying their production here. SCVs are going to have to be pulled because, yeah, the army of HeroMarine is running out on the map at this point. He is all in, as all in can be in this game number 3 because, hey, we're a poet. We rhyme. And there we go. Recall's going to come on back. 6 more workers have died. Do we have charge yet? No, it's not even being made, but disruptors are just about out. First one is just about out here. And this Liberator is just causing so many issues, but finally we'll go on down. Astrea's up 5 workers. Will this disruptor's not out yet? So disruptor shot's going to go on out. Now, there are 3 tanks here. Unfortunately, Astrea was not able to pare that one down. And yes, he held the first one rather easily. He did a fantastic job there. Oh, and look at this. The Adept's actually going to take a lot of these shots. Now Stark's going to get on top of this tank, looking for some friendly fire. Hot pickups. They're going to do what they can, but no, the tank's not even dead. Astrea has just sacrificed a couple Stalkers to the cause. And now he's going to lose his third base. That big and that nice economic position he had, well, it's not there anymore. And this bunker will complete this time. Now, we do have 2 disruptors, but there are now 4 tanks, which means these disruptors are just going to get targeted on down the minute they go into tank range. But hey, disruptor shots, are they going to bust the... they're almost going to bust the bunker. But now there's nothing to stop these tanks from moving on in, from really sieging on up. Disruptors, oh, the boomsticks, come on in. And yeah, one disruptor's dead. The other disruptor just about dead. Shield battery overcharge says, oh, well, you know what? You need a shield battery that's being overcharged for that to happen. That's going to go on down as well. 4 tank shots. They are just a terrifying force to be reckoned with. We only have, what is this? 1 disruptor on the field. Looks like, okay, Stalker's on the other side of the map. They're trying to find some counter damage. Only 2 barracks producing right now, but it's not a lot of Stalkers. And HeroMarine, he's in the natural. He's got his siege up. There are, again, 4 tanks still here. Disruptor's going to try to do what he can, but this is a dead natural at this point. And the SCV's the hug of death. It's lovely. It's hugging. It is death. HeroMarine's going to be able to stay alive here. Base is dead for Astrea. And I'm not really sure. Well, you know what? That's a start. That disruptor shot is going to be rather nice. But again, that disruptor is now dead. There are no more of them in this game. We're going to have, well, attempted friendly fire on these tanks. And actually, that's going to be somewhat successful because the tanks are rather low. I would like to just see an unsiege. There we go. Okay. No more Stalkers to drop. HeroMarine doubling the supply, over doubling the supply of his opponent. With the Warp Prism's not getting that much done either. And we're kind of hitting this point where, okay, the Stalkers blink in, the Viking does go down. So that's fine. At the very least, the Viking will not knock the Warp Prism down. But HeroMarine, even if he wants to, even if he doesn't decide to go like pile on in and end this game, because Stim is now done. Combat shields are done. Oh, sorry, carbon shields are just now getting started. He's gonna have +1 rather soon as well. This follow-on army from HeroMarine is even scarier than the previous. I mean, maybe not by total. Well, actually, it does have the same number of tanks, but just this bio is so much more powerful. It's got Stim, it's got +1, and it's just getting. There's more where that came from. So the medevacs have to be careful, as one of them will go on down. But still, I mean, charge lots are a thing, but there's just a lot of bio here. The tanks, well, 1 tank will not get targeted on down. Okay, but now HeroMarine, yeah, it's just gonna be a GG. Astrea, he's gonna fight hard, but unfortunately, HeroMarine's just got too damn much. He's gonna win that game. He's gonna put himself up 2-1 in this series. Looking for a date with the winner of MaxPax versus Geralt in the finals. MaxPax up 2-1 on Geralt. No surprise there. MaxPax, their teammates, and MaxPax really does have Geralt's number. All right, so now game number 4 here. Ow. You stop like hitting. I have like, you know, I got all these abrasions from playing Quidditch, and I'm like, I just keep hitting them on things. I'm like, you would think. So pain is the body's way of telling you, hey, don't do that, right? It would be nice if instead of like just constant pain when things are happening, it would be nice if we just had like a warning system. It's like, yeah, there's a buffer zone. It's like, don't do that. You know, like in before we hit it. I don't know. I don't know how that one would work anyways. Anyways, we have game number 4 here. Astrea, he's down 1-2 in this series. HeroMarine, again, he's got his horse under him. He's looking dominant, taking the last 2 games. Let's see whether he can make it a trifecta and move on to the finals. In the upper left, in the blue, he's up 2-1 in this series. Looking for a date with the finals once again. Trying to take both of them today. He is HeroMarine. And in the bottom right, in the red. Down 1 game in this series. Hopefully not out. But we're going to have to see what he can do here for Alpha X, the Protoss player, Astrea. All All right, so does HeroMarine go for 3 racks? Does he do some sort of weird 1.5 base all in? I mean, it very clearly here. He doesn't want these series to go super late. This is like, what, 5 a.m.? What time is it in Germany? Certainly, it's late. It's late for the man. And I understand his desire to not do that. It is just about 5 a.m., 4:46 a.m. in Germany right now. So yeah, HeroMarine, he wants to win this, you know. First prize is $200. But you still gotta play the game. So again, we're gonna see some aggression here from him once again, most likely. And I think Astrea should be building into this idea that HeroMarine, he's not gonna go for a 3 base build. He's not, right? He wants this game to end. It's almost 5 a.m. his time. Hey, Ahimsa. How you doing? So really the only question here is, what does HeroMarine opt to go for? It's not going to be the 3 racks build. That's not what we're going to see, because again, we have a factory coming on out. I suppose it could be the tank build that kind of worked in that previous game, but I don't know if that's going to work on Romanticide. You don't have quite as abusable tank positions. I mean, I guess you do have this position here, but it's not nearly... You can't just choke your opponent into their base quite as easily. And you also don't have that really short rush distance that allows you to keep rallying the additional tanks and just hit follow on all-ins if the first one doesn't work. This might be just a kind of a +1 stim combat shield timing. I guess that's possible. As Astrea, once again, he's just going for a blink opener. And I do like this decision. All right, we're talking about how you plan for a series. If you know your opponent likes stim timings, like bio timings, things like that, you go and you get stuff on the ground, right? There are a lot of builds that a Terran can go for that just don't do anything against Phoenix play, right? Hellion drops, Widowmine drops, things like that. But HeroMarine has shown a desire to do things that are not that over the course of this game, over this series, right? It's shown a desire to do things like tank pushes and just stimmed bio pushes. And the fact that he's done a couple stim bio pushes is really what is preventing this from happening. Is we will see this Hellion go on down. The Adept stays alive. There we go. One less Hellion out on the map here. Now we're gonna see. Well, this is actually 4. Oh yeah, reacted window. Are we gonna see an armory? That's actually the big question. Oh, renovated fall. Thank you so much. That makes my day. Like, honestly, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm happy. Thank you so much. I don't have any words. That's the nicest thing someone said to me today. Or this last week. Anyway. So what do we got here? This Hellion. Okay, the probe's gonna kill the... Is probe gonna kill the Hellion? No, the Adept's gonna be able to knock that one down. But now we got a quad Widowmine drop coming on in. No armory tech, nothing like that. It's not gonna be cloaked Widowmines. But the Stalkers here are gonna be in position. One Widowmine is gonna drop 2, 3, and the probes are stuck. The probes are stuck. The Widowmine shot is not gonna get what it needed. Oh man, that was almost disastrous. The probes were man, that was almost just so bad here. Now the last Widowmine. Oh, they're gonna get it. Okay, the observer popped down time, and actually, instead of losing everything like he almost did Astrea, he's gonna be fine. In fact, he's gonna take everything from HeroMarine. The Widowmines, 3 of them are gonna go down. I think the 4th one is not gonna get found. No, he's gonna find it. Okay, the 4th one will go on down here as well, and the medevac dies. So, what was that? 1 Stalker. Yeah, I think like 1 Stalker died at the end of the day. And the 2 other Stalkers died elsewhere, I think, for 2 probes and a Stalker for like that entire drop, which is not worth whatsoever. Now we do have Astrea moving out on the map here. There is no Warp Prism, just a couple observers. So this is your pressure. This is your build of, yeah, I'm just going to sit here. Oh, I'm sorry, he's going to blink on into the natural. He's going to miss 1 Stalker with the blink, but you only need 4 to 1-tap an SCV. So he may do that. Actually, yeah, he's gonna wait for Blink to come off a cooldown here just to try to see what he can get done. There we go. 1 Stalker, or excuse me, 1 SCV, blinks back. Or we might see this a couple more times before the army from HeroMarine just gets so overwhelming that he can't really do that anymore. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 workers go down. Nice job there from Astrea. Just finding a little bit more damage. Equalizing whatever damage he took from HeroMarine. He's up 14 workers. 15 workers. He's got his 3rd base done. He's mining off of that. Charge is about halfway done. I believe 1 Colossus is out. No. Yeah. First Colossus is now underway. We should see extended thermal lance rather soon. We're going to see a blink into the main base. Yes, we are. 5 Stalkers here just trying to find more value And then like 15 stalkers found in the previous game. Oh, the tank's gonna unsiege. Astrea can jump on top of this. Tank is dead. And he's gonna get the, is he gonna get stim? No, he's gonna get the Raven. Raven is deader than a doornail, folks. This is so much value here for Astrea. Even if he loses these stalkers, which hopefully he doesn't, this is just such a massive advantage for him. That's one less tank for the push. The Raven now just allows any push because you knock that Raven down, suddenly you don't have anything that deals with the Colossus. Now, yes, tanks can deal with the Colossus. That's fine, but not enough. Yes, pushers, I have no words because I'm a robot. I have no binary either. I have no ones and zeros. All right, so let's see. 1-1 underway for Astrea. Charge just about done. I'm surprised we don't see extended throw. It seems like, I don't know. I don't know whether this is an efficiency play from Astrea, but he does have 6 gas, so he should be able to extend to afford extended thermal lance. But he did this in a previous game as well, where you're, yeah, it's like, okay, maybe you're not going for it because you're worried about push. Okay, there we go. Extended thermal lance underway. There goes my narrative. There goes my narrative. I don't get to talk about that one anymore. I'm like, he's just not going for it. Anyway, stalkers here active on the map. This Adept's going to find this drop here on the right hand side. So Astrea is going to be aware that there's a double medevac drop. Actually, more than a double medevac drop on the right hand side. But yeah, that's just going to force HeroMarine back. Stalkers, they're going to rotate. But realistically, neither player all that interested in making too many moves from here on out. Not until they get their 4 bases or get all their upgrades done. +1 is now done for HeroMarine, so maybe that's going to be a timing. But how many tanks does he have? He only has 2. And he doesn't have any Vikings, so he's not really going to be able to deal with these Colossus all that efficiently. Because there are 3 Colossus, or only 2 Colossus out on the map right now. Astrea pretty confident with his state of the game, right? He doesn't feel like HeroMarine's going to move out right now. And more importantly, I mean, look at this early warning system. He knows just about everything that's happening on his side of the map, and in part also what's happening on his opponent's side of the map. Really nice job there from Astrea, just making sure that he knows what's happening. And actually, with this Warp Prism coming on in, he's going to decide that the best offense is a good defense. He's going to have an upgrade lead over his opponent, 1-1 to 0-0. He's got Charge. He's got Warp. Wow, he's got a Warp Prism. He's got a couple Archons. And if he manages to catch HeroMarine out here, he can very easily in this game, right? He is somewhat equal in army supply. And actually, that's a lot of charge lots. So it's heavily upgraded charge lots against a Terran that's at 170 supply, to be fair. So we're not at like that 150 mark. Yeah, Astrea's just going to run on backwards, but now the Warp Prism is going to run on into the natural. So we're going to see Astrea try to do what Parting attempted in game number 1 of that last series, where, like, look, you put Zealots in the main base, you force the Terran to go from, I'm pushing to, I'm going all in. So Zealots are going to run on into the main base here. They're going to get dropped off, and yeah, the Marines will not be able to knock this Warp Prism down. Meanwhile, we have a fight happening in the front base here, on the 4th base. But Force Fields will be able to keep this army out for the time being as Astrea continues to build more stuff. 2 disruptors are just about done. They will be able to join this force. And actually, Astrea, the tanks are not yet sieged. This is maybe a fight he wants to take here. He's going to look to move on in. Vikings firing from the sky, but the Archons are just underneath them. The Vikings are not going to be able to get too much done unless, well, Astrea is not even going to try to target that down. Now the Vikings are going down. The Colossus are still alive here. And this is just such a damn good fight for Astrea. The tanks are dead. The bio is dead. The army on the right-hand side is going to make something happen, but it's not enough. GG, friends. We're going to game 5. Game 5 it is. Wow. I was getting a little worried, honestly. The way game 4 happened, I'm like, well, I don't know. It looks good here. HeroMarines look dominant games 2 and 3. We're just going to see HeroMarine versus MaxPax versus winner MaxPax Gerald game for the finals. Okay, MaxPax 3-1 Gerald. So, winner of this is going to play MaxPax in the oh man, I really hope it's Astrea now. Okay, so we might get it for Friday. Not totally sure. All right, so We're just waiting for Astrea to join this lobby for game number 5. And you know what? This this is a tactic here from Astrea, making it go longer and longer and longer. Because now it is 4:56 a.m. in Germany. And it's only getting later. Yes, these players, they know how to play through the night. It's actually kind of funny. If you've ever tried to go and organize any sort of event with Koreans, you're like, yeah, we can set this up at like 2 a.m., 2 in the afternoon Korea time. That's decent. That's like early, that's mid-evening in North America. Yeah, it works out. And then the Koreans like, no, that's too early. You're asking me to get up at 2 in the afternoon? No, that's not okay. Because the Koreans, they just kind of play through the night now that they're not on Team House schedule, and even when they were on Team House schedule. But now, friends, we have our last game of this series coming on up. It is HeroMarine. It is Astrea. They are at 2-2. Let's get into game 5. Spawning in the upper right, in the blue, looking for a date with Max Packs on Europe. Finally having a finals on EU once again. He is, from House Esports, HeroMarine. And at the bottom left, in the red. Tied up in this series after taking a really convincing game number 4. Well done. He is, for Alpha X, Astrea. And man, I really want to see a game. I really want to see a Astrea Max Packs Grand Finals. Strictly because Astrea is probably the best PvP player in North America, and Max Packs is a savant in that matchup. He is so damn good at it. I mean, look, last season, or maybe 2 seasons ago, Petit Drogo, yeah, I think it was last season, Petit Drogo said, look, I understand that I'm going to be playing Max Packs in a DreamHack, but his understanding of PvP is so good that I'm still going to pay him to coach me anyways. Even if that means he might knock me out of the tournament or knock me below him, I'm probably going to lose to him anyways. And maybe I got a shot against Showtime and Skilless and Hellraiser and all of these other good European Protoss players. And if that doesn't tell you enough, like, you are paying a competitor in the tournament that you are in to coach you in a matchup. In the matchup that you play against them. If that doesn't say enough about how good Max Packs is in this matchup, well, in the PvP matchup, not PvT, that, I mean, I don't know what does. That is kind of insane. Anyway, so what are we going to see here in this game? No proxies. No proxies in game 5, at least not yet. There's always a chance that there's a proxy starport or something, but certainly Astrea, he's not showing any desire to do anything other than standard play, because honestly, he has looked good in standard play. On the Blackbird game, it looked like he had a hold, but the follow-up caught him off guard. It was really only game 2 that he looked like he just kind of got bopped. And that was really a stylistic problem at the end of the day. If he'd canceled his third base, he may have been fine, but also then that maybe convinces HeroMarine to stim on into the natural. I think it really was just more of kind of a build order issue. And that happens, right? It's best of 5. You might lose a build order game, but the other games that he has played, he was looking in a good position to win the Blackburn game. And he did win games 1 and games 4. So game 5 here, it is on Oxide. Hopefully, probably going to play to Astrea's strengths is once again. HeroMarine, he's going for some Widowmine drops. How many he does, though, that's the question. Last time, he committed to them coming out 2x2. This time, there is no reactor on that factory, so it's going to be 1x1. So 2 or 3 Widowmines will be the name of the game here. As the Adept, well, let's get a shade on in. Try to find what it can. But hey, you know what? There's the wall. The wall stands. That means Astrea's not going to get too much information out of this. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. The Adept, wait a minute here. The Adept has found its way on into the main base, and that means these SCVs are going to start to take some damage. I don't know if they're going to go down. Okay, one SCV does die here, but more importantly, this is a full-on scout, and the Widowmine shot has now been wasted. Certainly, the Widowmine should be roughly recharged by the time the medevac finds its way across the map, but yeah, this is... Astrea knows what this is, right? It's a Widowmine drop. That is everything he needs to know. He knows that there are at least 2 Widowmines. He doesn't know whether there was a third, but he did see the factory in production when there were 2 Widowmines out. So this should tell him it is 3 Widowmines. It is a Widowmine drop. And what do we have here? Astrea, is he moving on the map with a bunch of stalkers? He's trying to catch the drop here, but the Marines are doing a very good job of buffering it, and the Widowmine drop actually has missed it all. right? Astrea trying to play the heads-up play here, catch the Widowmine drop in the middle of the map. Instead, no, he's going to miss it all, and he's going to be forced back. And now there's not a lot of Stalkers here looking to catch that. Looks like there will be two. They're going to be able to blink on top of this, but not enough to prevent the Widowmines from going down. Not enough to target them down before anything happens here. And the target fired. Two probes go down immediately, but that's going to be just about it. It looks like the medevac died as well. And yeah, okay. Two workers. Man, Astrea's just doing such a good job here. He's going to get 2 probes. HeroMarine will get 2 probes for the cost of a medevac and 3 Widowmines. Not ideal there in the slightest. And now actually there's a War Prism out. Astrea on a 3-gate aggression, not just 3-gate defensive opening. There's 3-gate aggression here because he understands that at most there is 1 tank on the field right now, and it's probably in the natural. So he's just going to be able to jump on up into the main base here. Get 1 more round of Warpins. There we go. Now, oh, he... do we have I guess we need that 3rd gate, but it's fine. Okay. So now Stalker's going to blink on into the main base here. War Prism's going to try to get targeted on down. Will be unsuccessful. This tank is dead. This tank is absolutely dead. The Raven should die as well. The auto turret's going to do just enough here to keep that back. Tank's going to siege up behind, but now SCVs have to be pulled here. Astrea, he's going to warp in more and more and more because he has the timing in this game. There's only 1 tank. And when there's only 1 tank, well, you warp in 3 more Stalkers. You run on into the natural. And yes, the SCVs are going to be preemptively pulled here, but the bunker should die anyways. No, the tank's going to be able to find its way in time. HeroMarine, he's got the defense in the natural. Now there's a 2nd tank up. Like, if you're going for this type of pressure, if you're going for the style, you need to keep it on 2 tanks at a maximum. Anything more than that just becomes too hard to get anything done here. Now the Stalkers, they're going to get the tank just barely. The tank is now dead. I thought they were going to target fire the Raven almost. But now, well, they can just blink micro here with the War Prism as well. That's a 2nd blink. A 2nd auto turret does go on down, but it's just not doing the damage it needs. Stalkers, once again, they're going to force the SCVs to be pulled. The Raven is not going to die. And actually, maybe Astrea, he's overcommitted just a little bit. But looks like Stalkers in the natural working down this bunker. And now with the rotation moving on in, this bunker is dead. The bunker is, in fact... Oh, no, it's not going to die. At the last second, we have a repair. So at the end of the day, Astrea, he's down 3 workers actually, and as much as he's committed to this, it doesn't feel like he's done enough. Like, it really felt like he had the timing. They're like, oh great, there's only 1 tank here. He's blinked on in. He's found some value. He's just taking this good fight. But he didn't get the Raven. He did not get that 2nd tank. He did not get the bunker. And it's just not enough. Yes, 5 SCVs have died. Yes, he's now even on workers with this opponent, but he's even on workers with a Terran. A Terran that is only on 2 bases. Right? Mules are a powerful thing indeed. These Stalkers will be forced on back. And this push from HeroMarine, it's doubling the supply of Astrea. And yeah, Astrea's going to move out with a couple more of these Stalkers, just trying to buy time. And actually, you know what? He should be able to buy time. Right? Storm is about 30 seconds out, 20 seconds out. Charge is now done. We have more and more gateways underway. This push from HeroMarine should not be successful in the slightest. And yeah, he kind of understands this. We have a command center coming on down. He is going to try to take that 3rd base. I thought Astrea had his 3rd base before now. Okay, the Vikings going to try to find some more value. As it looks like, yeah, charge lots are going to find their way on into the main base. 4 more workers do go down, and now Astrea is starting to find some value with the landed Viking harass. It feels like such a meme, but it 2-shots probes, so it can't be that much of a meme. As there we go, the Viking will land, we'll pick on off. Stalker should not be able to kill that in time. But again, we have like 4 storms ready. We're going to have more as the game does go on. Forge is going on down, so yeah, Astrea's going to be down on upgrades just a little bit, but with a bio-focused force like this is. We will have combat shields, of course, so the Marines will have a little bit more HP, but with as bio-focused of a force as this is, Charge Lot Storm is fantastic against what HeroMarine has opted to buy. And actually, Astrea's going to move out on the map here. That is... I guess this feels more like posturing. I don't think he's actually going to choose to be aggressive here, because there's no 3rd base. There's no way he's breaking a 2-base Terran. Not with 2 tanks on the low ground, 1 on the high ground. Not with a Raven. Not with all of that. We got an... Ooh, Archon drop. Interesting. Is Astrea actually going to try to break this? I don't like that move if that's what he decides to do, but there we go. Zealots get moved on in. Archon is going to drop as... Well, no, just a couple Zealots. Okay. Interesting. Not really sure why that is happening, but wait, has he baited out the Viking? Oh, he's baited out the Viking. Okay, there we go, Astrea. Nice job. Viking's dead. And hey, a couple more SCVs have died. Now the third base is done, and HeroMarine is going to try to take that position, but this may be what Astrea is waiting for. Right, he's got a lot of storms. And actually, yeah, no, that's absolutely what that drop was. I'm sorry. What do we have? Okay, drop in the main base here. It's going to be a full recall, or half a recall, so this is not going to get a lot. Stalkers are going to blink on top of the medevac, but we'll be unsuccessful there. But this may have bought HeroMarine just enough time to get set up around the third base that no longer will Astrea be able to jump upon it. And that is going to be the case here. So, okay, this drop is found. That's fine. Astrea still with fantastic vision on it pretty much everywhere on the map. That drop will be found. Not going to get too much more done. And again, I don't like Astrea's chances of just YOLOing in on this. All right, that's the big deal here. He's got a powerful army, but it's an army that's meant to fight in the middle of the map, or it's meant to fight before tanks siege up, before Widowmines siege up, if you can catch them off like that. But this drop forcing half of the recall of half the army of Astrea, it means that Astrea couldn't attack him with half his army, certainly. And by the time he was able to get his army back together again, well, the tanks are sieged. The Widowmines are in position, and it's just not. Maybe there's a little bit static defense, there's vision, all these things that you need to be able to fight this army that Astrea has made, and, well, that's not ever going to happen. So now, well, HeroMarine's going to get active on the map here. He has solid intelligence about this army. He sees the Zealots. But he does not know about these Colossus. Actually, how many Vikings do we have? We don't. So this Colossus actually may be a bit of a problem. We're going to have some storm drops coming on in, and they're going to have to be the difference, but that's only one storm. It's not going to be all that great, but the one feedback, or excuse me, one disable has already been used. And we don't have extended thermal lance just yet, so nothing really significant here. There we go. The one High Templar is going to be kept around the third base. Bunch of Zealots going to run on into the third of HeroMarine, just trying to distract HeroMarine, force him on back, because now that's the kind of game we're playing. Neither player really wants to take an engagement, right? They're both very interested in getting economic damage done and forcing their opponent back and forcing them into a position where they maybe cannot fight. But now, hey, look at this. The Zealots, they're going to find a tank. That's the Zealots on the left-hand side. They're not going to get a lot, but they will force HeroMarine back here. And now Astrea is getting rather close to maxing out. He does have his forward bases totally secured. And now +1 air attacks on the way. He's like, he is of the opinion that, yeah, this game is going to go for another 5 minutes, so might as well add Stargates, might as well add Fleet Beacons, might as well do all that, as this storms are just going to be useless. Nice idea for the flanking storms for Astrea, but it's not going to work out. Okay, so, I mean, this is a big army from HeroMarine. He's only on 56 workers, so he's got 130 army supply. He's going to be at, what, 144 army supply when he maxes out, and he will have Vikings. He will have +1 air attack. He will have a lot of ghosts. This army that Astrea has been making is starting to age out a little bit, which, of course, is why we have +1 air attack on the way. Oh, God, the Warp Prism! It gets the... Oh, no! The Widowmines get the Warp Prism! It's 2 High Templar! And that storm's going to be nice, sure, but how many High Templar do we have? Only 1 High Templar on the map. That was... HeroMarine's just going to go attack now. Like, that was so much damage. There's going to be 1 more storm here, 2 more storms, but the Colossus are going to be disabled. This is HeroMarine's timing. There is a third. Maybe that's going to be the Hail Mary here. Maybe that's going to be the defensive position. I mean, this army is overstimmed. And there are 2 more Colossus joining the fray. It's going to be 3 Colossus here for the defense, but all of these Vikings are just knocking them from the sky. Astrea is taking so much damage, but of course he does have Zealots on the other side of the map. Those that forced HeroMarine back earlier are going to try to do so again. 2 SCVs have died, but that's going to be just about it. And now Zealots, I mean, you got to warp in a bunch of them, but they're not able to do that much just yet. More and more Widowmines going to find their way out in, and hey, you know what? It's really good against a bunch of Zealots, a bunch of Archons. Well, EMP is, and the Vikings are firing strong. There's just not enough anti-air here. The Vikings are not dying, but the Zealots are going to get on top of the tanks. Archons are going to get on top of the tanks. The army of HeroMarine is going to kind of get pushed on back, but it's just Rally that's scary. And he's up double the army supply of his opponent. Carriers are on the way, sure. That's fake supply. Realistically, Astrea, he's on just about 50 army supply here. He has no splash. He's got nothing doing for him in this game. He was a little bit too greedy, and the Warp Prism got the High Templar. That was it. Not the Warp Prism. The Widowmines got the High Templar. The 4th base is going to go down. The 5th base is going to go on down here. I'm not sure what Astrea is supposed to do. I'm not sure he knows either, but he was so damn close. He was so damn close to taking a victory in this game. He had everything he needed. He was in a fantastic position. But those 2 Widowmines getting the High Templar, the retarget for HeroMarine, making sure that he got it. What a play. And yeah, now we're going to have some feedback on these ghosts. It does not matter anymore. 90 army supply to 30. The carriers are out. Disruptor shot. You know, maybe not. Maybe the Disruptor's going to be enough, but still 29 army supply. And yeah, carriers are out, but it is 2-1 bio. The Marines are going to be able to just knock down all of these interceptors We only have 10 on the field. Well, actually, we don't have many Marines in this army. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. This army from HeroMarine may just be a little bit all in, but no, he's going to pick up, he's going to go home. And Liberator's not great against that, actually. But, okay, the Vikings are eventually going to be able to knock this base down. Third base is going to come under fire here. And HeroMarine, what does he got? He's got, actually, he's only building Marines at this point. We don't have Vikings underway, but it really should not matter. It's 115 supply to 70, 67 army supply to 31. So much economic damage for Astrea, even if he does survive. Oh, okay, well, let's sit here and think about this for a second. 18 probes have died, sure. This army should go down. How many medevacs do we have? So 14 supply of HeroMarine's lead is in medevacs, which are nice, sure, but they're not fighting units necessarily. Maybe if these, well, actually, I'm sorry, the Liberators are going to shred these interceptors. Yeah, oh, never mind. I'm thinking maybe there's an option, but now just the rally is going to come on in. No more interceptors on the field. They're coming out 2 by 2. They're just coming out to die. The carriers are going to go down. GG HeroMarine. It's a date with Max Packs in the finals.